Hello, I'm Antonia Mercarella, CEO of the REIQ, joined today by Rob Mackay from Lexon. We're talking about the new tax withholding rules that will apply from 1 July. Tell us a little bit about how these new tax laws work.
Well, we've got the new tax laws coming in from 1 July. They're already in place now, but hitting a higher threshold for properties. So what's going to happen from 1st July is we're going to have the new threshold hitting $750,000 for all properties. So it's going to be affecting a lot more properties in Queensland.
All right, and these laws are really designed to capture foreign persons, but unfortunately they do really capture all transactions for property sales $750,000 and above, is that right?
That's right. So it's going to be hitting most properties in South East Queensland and Queensland across the board. So $750,000, so it will be anyone who's selling property will have a responsibility to do something in terms of getting a clearance certificate if they're not a foreign person.
So tell us about what happens if you don't obtain that certificate, that clearance certificate, to prove that you're not a foreign person.
So if you're not a foreign person, you need to obtain a clearance certificate through the ATO. If you do not obtain that, there will be a responsibility for the buyer to withhold 12.5% of the purchase price at settlement and send that to the ATO.
Okay. So Rob, how do we go about obtaining a clearance certificate from the ATO?
So you need to have your tax file number ready and you complete an online form. It's relatively straightforward. You'll just need some details about yourself with your tax file number. That can be lodged. It'll take several days to get through. But we do think that it is best to get that started early, so you're not relying on conveyancers or lawyers to have to do that right at the end of the matter when time might be critical. But it is good for 12 months for the seller.
What is the simplest way for vendors and agents to respond to these new laws?
Yeah, we think that any time you see a property price approaching $750,000, telling your seller as early as possible to complete the online form to get the process in motion so you're not getting stuck towards the end of the transaction.
Okay. So really the key is that agents need to, whenever there's a property that looks like it might fetch $750,000 and above, immediately instruct your vendor to obtain a clearance certificate from the ATO. To help members understand these new tax laws, the REIQ has produced a fact sheet as well as a Form 6 checklist. You can find these resources at the REIQ website in the Member Resources area. Thanks for joining us today, Rob. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to call the free Member Agency Advice line at REIQ.